So, we've got some news on Formula E. It's been quite quiet on that front since the end of the season in London a couple months ago, but we're back on board now. We've got the 2024-25 season calendar confirmed, season 11 of ABB Formula E. So let's have a look at the calendar, look what's changed, and give my kind of thoughts on what we're likely to see here. So, pre-season testing will get underway in Valencia on the 4th of November, and that will conclude on the 7th of November. I believe this will be at the Ricardo Tormo circuit, which you may know from previous rounds in Formula E. I think they had some rounds there in the pandemic, and also for MotoGP fans, this is where the Valencia Grand Prix is held. But let's have a look at the actual races. So we start the season not in Mexico this time, but in Sao Paulo in Brazil. The first round of the season is set to get underway in Sao Paulo on the 7th of December. Then we head to Mexico City again. That's around the same date as it was in 2024. That'll be the first race in 2025 as well, taking place at the Hermanos Rodriguez circuit in Mexico City. That'll be on the 11th of January. Then we wait around a month to go for the first doubleheader of this season, which takes place in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. So instead of being around the Riyadh Street circuit, the Diriyah E-Prix, that has been discontinued, and now we will go to Jeddah, which I presume will be at the same circuit as Formula 1, with some modifications, of course, as well. That'll be a doubleheader that takes place on the 14th and the 15th of February, just around Valentine's Day. Sounds absolutely lovely. And then we go to a new E-Prix on the calendar. We will not be heading to Portland this time in the United States in this season. We'll instead be heading over to Miami again. I'm presuming that is around the Formula 1 circuit or around that sort of area. That will take place on the 12th of April. And then Monaco. We head to Monaco the 3rd and the 4th of May, and it will be a double header this time rather than a single Grand Prix. And then we head over to Tokyo, Japan, another double header. This was a single race in 2024, but in 2025 it will take place on the 17th and the 18th of May. Then we hop over to China, a double header around Shanghai, the international circuit there. The 31st of May and the 1st of June is when those two races are going to take place. And then after missing out in the previous campaign, we've got Jakarta in Indonesia. That is coming back onto the calendar this time around. That'll be a single race on the 21st of June. Berlin, that is another double header E-Prix. It seems like we've been at Berlin forever, at the Tempelhof Airport Street Circuit, 12th and 13th of July there. And the season ends in London for the E-Prix Excel Centre double header, 26th of July, 27th of July with that. So yeah, some changes there for sure. We're not going to go back to Misano this time in Italy. We're also not going back to Diriyah. Instead of that, we are heading to Jeddah. A new race in Miami replaces Portland in the United States. We're still going to Sao Paulo, to Tokyo, to Shanghai, to Berlin, and to London as well, and we return to Jakarta in Indonesia. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid calendar, just like in 2023-24 season 10 of Formula E. It's a 16-round calendar with a bunch of double headers in there. I'd like to see less double headers personally. I'd rather us go to more locations, but I understand that it also increases the overall footprint of the calendar and makes it less appealing to the teams. But more race weekends around more venues is always a good thing. I love to see a race in Italy. I think it's a real shame that we're missing out on that. Whether it's at Rome or Misano, it'd be great to actually see, and great to see some more action in Italy with racing. But there we go, guys. That is the 2024-25 ABB Formula E calendar. Season 11 kicks off in Brazil, 7th of December. A bit of racing action while the likes of IndyCar, NASCAR, and Formula 1 are all effectively sleeping at that point for their winter breaks, although Formula 1 have only just ended, I believe, by that time. So yeah, there we go, guys. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and of course keep it subscribed to themotoringchronicle.com to see much more motoring and motorsport content just like this. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you very soon.